Once upon a time, in the big and bustling city of London, there lived a young man named Santiago. He was 21 years old and had grown up surrounded by the lively rhythm of the city. Santiago completed his early studies in the city, and now he was attending a very fancy and expensive college to finish his graduation. In Santiago's college, there was something unique about him. He had a lot of money. This made him stand out, and many girls wanted to be his friend because of it. They thought Santiago was cool because of his wealth. But Santiago felt something was missing. He wanted friends who liked him for who he was, not just because of his money. However, there was one girl named Adele who caught Santiago's attention. Adele was different from the others. She was very nice, always smiling, and whenever she talked to Santiago, something special happened inside him. It was like a warm and fluttery feeling that made Santiago happy. He didn't quite understand it, but he liked the way Adele made him feel. As Santiago and Adele became friends, something magical unfolded. Adele wasn't interested in Santiago's money. She liked him because he was a good person. They talked about their favorite things, dreams, and what made them laugh. Santiago discovered that Adele was a true friend, someone who cared about him beyond the fancy things. One sunny day, Santiago and Adele decided to explore the city together. They walked through the colorful parks, tasted delicious treats in local cafes, and laughed at the funny street performers. The city, which Santiago thought he knew so well, became even more exciting with Adele by his side. Sometimes, as they shared stories and laughed together, Santiago felt a little different. His heart beat a little faster, and he couldn't explain why. Adele noticed it too, but didn't say anything. Santiago realized that having Adele around made everything brighter, and he cherished their special moments. Their adventures continued, and Santiago's perspective on life started to change. He saw that true richness wasn't just about having lots of money. It was about having friends who made life colorful and fun. Santiago and Adele explored hidden gems in the city. From quirky bookshops to secret gardens, creating memories that would last a lifetime. One day, as they strolled through a park, Santiago noticed something unusual. A shiny object hidden among the flowers. It was a magical key. Excitement filled the air as Santiago and Adele wondered what this key might unlock. They decided to follow the mysterious path it led them on, embarking on a magical adventure that would change their lives. The key took them to a hidden garden filled with talking animals, glowing flowers, and sparkling fountains. Santiago and Adele were amazed. The magical creatures welcomed them, and the garden transformed into a playground of joy. Santiago realized that this magical place was a reflection of the happiness they found in their friendship. As they played and danced with the magical creatures, Santiago felt the warm and fluttery feeling again. It wasn't just about Adele. It was about the magical friendship they shared. The magical key had unlocked a world of happiness that went beyond the ordinary. Santiago and Adele returned from the magical garden, their hearts full of joy. The key, now a precious keepsake, reminded them of the extraordinary adventures they had together. The big city of London, once seen as just a busy place, became a magical wonderland where Santiago discovered the true meaning of friendship and happiness. In the end, Santiago and Adele continued their adventures, exploring not just the city, but the boundless possibilities that friendship brings. Santiago learned that while money could buy things, true wealth, shared secrets, and magical moments he experienced with Adele. And so, in the heart of the lively city of London, Santiago's story unfolded a tale of friendship, magic, and the incredible journey of self-discovery that happens when you find a friend who makes your heart feel warm and fluttery. The end. Once upon a time, in a little village, there was a kind and poor man who lived with his beautiful wife. They were the happiest couple in the whole town. They loved each other dearly and never had any arguments. However, their happiness caught the eye of a rich and handsome neighbor who wished the poor man's wife was his own. Every day, when the poor man went to work in the fields, the rich neighbor would visit and try to convince the wife to leave her husband. "You're so beautiful," he said, "but your clothes are old. If your husband loved you, he would buy you new and pretty clothes. Divorce him, and I will get you the best clothes in the land, making you the most beautiful woman in Ethiopia." At first, the woman ignored his words, but the rich man kept coming every day, repeating the same things. Slowly, doubt crept into her mind. Maybe, she thought, her husband didn't love her enough. One night, she couldn't hold it in any longer. "Look at me," she told her husband. "My clothes are old, and I want new ones. If you loved me, you'd buy me a new dress." Her husband, wanting to make her happy, smiled and said, "You are the most beautiful woman in the world to me, and you don't need new clothes." However, this made his wife angry, and she insisted on a new dress. Though the poor man had very little money, he decided to buy a dress for his wife the next day. When he gave it to her, she was overjoyed and thanked him, feeling assured of his love. But the rich man continued his attempts. He showed the woman a box of shiny gold jewelry, claiming that a good husband gives his wife not only new clothes, but also gold. The woman, now influenced by the rich man's words, began to question her husband's love. Worried and unable to afford gold, the poor man sought help from his brother, promising hard work in return. With borrowed money, he bought gold jewelry for his wife. She was thrilled, and they both felt happy. Yet the rich man persisted, showing even more extravagant treasures. The woman, now convinced that her husband didn't love her enough, stopped making dinner one night, accusing him of not loving her. Confused and hurt, the poor man resolved to find a solution. He went to his brother for more money, determined to buy gold to prove his love. But deep down, he worried about losing his wife to the rich man. One day, as he worked in his brother's field, he prayed for help. A wizard appeared, offering 2 magical sticks. The wizard explained that one stick turned a person into a donkey, and the other turned them back into a human. Elated, the poor man rushed home, excited to make miracles. He turned his wife into a donkey and then back into a human, proving the magic to her. The rich man, persistent as ever, showed up the next day. The woman, now intrigued by the idea of miracles, turned the rich man into a donkey. She told him to help her husband in the fields, and the rich man, now a donkey, did all the heavy lifting. Years passed, and the rich man, still a donkey, grew tired and old. Feeling sorry for him, the poor man used the second stick to turn the rich man back into a human. The once handsome neighbor was now old and repentant. The poor man scolded him for his wrongdoings and sent him away. The rich man never returned. The poor man and his wife, having overcome doubts and challenges, lived happily ever after, their love stronger than ever. And so, the story of the magic of love and miracles teaches us that true love, kindness, and understanding can conquer any challenge. The end.